Alright, game's been up for like 10 hours, 12 hours, I don't know. I have not slept yet. I want to go pass out to bed. So before I go and I finally pass out for like 30 hours, let's talk about gear in Trickcal and the Crayon boards and explain both systems so you guys can have a better idea how they work, my tips on how I would handle this early on into the game right now, and then what you can focus on afterwards. So as usual, before we start, hello degenerates, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, the gear system in Trickcal and the Crayon boards. Since those are two systems that are confusing people a little bit, let's talk about them. So we're gonna start with the Crayon board probably, since that's, in my opinion, one of the most important systems into the game. The Crayon board is really simple, but at the same time it's easy to not break, but waste resources. And it's resources that are really hard to get. So there are 4 different types of crayons, as you can see on Xion right now. The brown ones, the blue ones, the purple ones, and the gold ones, each one representing a rarity, right? Normal, rare, epic, and legendary, or whatever you want to call them. Now, the normal boards right here, these are stats that only Xion will get. Crit, physical damage, all of these things are for Xion alone. But when you get to these glowing nodes right here, then this magical damage that is in blue, it's for everyone in the account. Everyone in the account. Every single glowing node is for everyone in the account. That's already huge, right? Because if you can get good nodes, if you can get some nodes, like for example, this one right here, HP 46 flat for everyone, great. Not only this, but the bigger glowing nodes are also for everyone, and they are percentage stats. As you can see, 3% physical and magical attack. That is huge. Again, if you do this on every single character, it quickly becomes a lot of extra stats you're getting for your characters into the game. Be it with crit damage and crit rate, be it with HP, attack, defense, etc. So that's why farming crayons is so important, and why the emphasis on farming crayons from the Korean side coming into global server as well. Now, there is a priority for stats, so it's also important to understand this, because your priority early on should not be to go all in on your main team, at least for the Crayon boards. When it comes to the Crayon boards, you want to unlock it for everyone in your account. The first board, because there are 3 for each character. The first board, you want to actually go and get the first node, if it's a good one, on all of the characters of your account. So nodes that are good and worth getting for all units are going to be HP, are going to be magical and physical attack, and are going to be crit damage and crit rate. You can, for now, skip defense and crit resistance. Those 2 will be left for all the way until endgame. When I say endgame, I say chapter 25 plus. You can focus first on HP, attack, and crit. Those 3 are huge to help your characters, and it's going to be an incredible boost in combat power. For example, this girl right here, Kana. If you have Kana and you have some gold crayons, you are getting 3% HP for everyone in your account, and you're also getting 3% magical and physical attack just for unlocking these 2 nodes, even if you are not using Mari, sorry, not Kana, right? So that's why it's so important to unlock this on the first board for every character that you own slowly. And when you are done with these characters and with the first board, you can move into the second one. Now, how the boards work is pretty simple. Let's say you are done with the first board for a character. The only thing you need to do to go to the second one is spend common shards that you will get for putting 1-star characters. And you need 5 of them. And this will unlock a new board right here that will have a similar layout, different stats, but it's going to be double the cost when it comes to purple crayons and when it comes to gold crayons. And for the last board, because there is a third one, the gateway is going to be costing character shards, the specific character shards. It's going to be 5 of them. So you will need 5 character shards to unlock the third board and start getting those, which are going to be again increasing price, this time going all the way to 6 gold crayons per glowing node instead of 2. And then it's going to be like 9 purple crayons for the other ones. So it increases in price. That's why it's so important to focus first on everyone in your account, right? To get all that huge increase in combat power, and then you can focus on your main team and getting them one by one into the second and third boards. So that's for the board system itself. It's pretty simple. If you don't know where you farm crayons into the dungeon, you go here into the get your crayon stage and you can farm them here. Really important, do not sweep this until you can get to stage 9. Stage 9 is where you will be able to finally start getting gold crayons. It's not worth sweeping before, because it's a waste. It's a waste. If you're gonna be sweeping because you need to stop playing for the day, do it on the sugar-free stages instead. Push until you can and swipe for skill materials, since those early on are gonna be also needed and required to be getting your characters up. So that's basically all of the tips for the Crayon board and the Crayon system. If you want to read more on them, you have a guide on my website already. That's it, let's move into the gear. Gear in this game is pretty similar to Trickcal and games like that. If you have a new character, you will see that they have nothing, no gear. And the rank 1 gear, you can directly, while you are playing into this station campaign, you have a chance for this equipment to drop. That's for the rank 1 and the rank 2. When it comes to anything higher, rank 3 to 6 is going to be based on patches, on crafting materials. As you can see, to craft this piece, so you need 30 T5 accessory designs and you will need 12 T4 accessory designs. And this goes all the way until rank 6, which is currently the max. There is a few things to note here. First, the Korean server has a lot of more ranks. We will be getting them sooner or later. Korea has 11 ranks right now. The second is that gear gives a lot of combat power. As you can see, this is a 100k combat power Xion versus, for example, the Hailey 16k combat power because she is rank 2. Now, the gearing system is pretty simple and doesn't have a lot of complications. In fact, they've made it easier than the Korean server. On the Korean server, when you were ranking up gear, you were kind of breaking yourself a little bit. Right now, there is not that problem. You can rank up and you will almost always become stronger. We will see if this happens again when we get past the rank 6, but you don't need to worry. For now, you can rank up your gear. It's kind of expensive. I would only rank up characters that you know you're going to be using for a while. Characters that are strong, meta, or your waifus. When it comes to everyone else, I wouldn't bother because it's just too many resources right now early on. When it comes to enhancing your gear, I would only do it, for example, for DPSs, for the physical attack or magic and the crit, and for your tanks and supports for the HP, nothing else. So this piece right here for HP at rank 6, you could be actually going and enhancing to +5 to get some extra HP going on. And enhancing gear from 0 to 5 gives also a lot of combat power. So it's good to do, but again, only on your meta characters. If you are lacking these designs, right, and you are lacking only a few, you can use equipment gem to fill the voids. So let's say you have 25 and you need 5 and you have 150. You can use this equipment gem to fill those 5 designs you are missing. I don't know how much each design costs in terms of equipment gem, but you can use it as a filler and you'll get a message telling you like, hey, can use this, like for example right here, see how it says available with equipment gem right here. It's telling you it's going to be using 45 for 4 of these pieces and 1 of these T2 accessory designs. So that's why it's important to be buying this currency every day here with gold, not with gems or anything, but it's a really nice currency. Later on, we will be able to farm this currency on the crash course right here behind me. Okay, this is to farm equipment gem, which is going to be helping you craft and get more things going on. Now, that's it. That's basically it for the Crayon boards and for the equipment system on Trickcal. They are both pretty simple systems, but again, they can kind of like break you a little bit if you are not careful. So TLDR, get all of the first boards for your characters, priority for attack, HP, crit damage, and crit rate, and then obviously later on endgame, you can focus on defensive stats, like it would be the crit resistance and the magic and physical defense. When it comes to your gear, only do it on characters you know you really like or that are meta, because gear it's heavily tied to stamina and it's really expensive. It's gonna be like a few thousand stamina per character in Korea for me. Probably a lot more than just a few thousand in Korea right now, considering it's 11 ranks. There is also obviously on the shop packs that will include these backpacks right here that gives you rank 3, rank 2, all the way to rank 6. You can buy them. It's not really recommended unless you are well, so I wouldn't get them. Again, that's more people who either want to test, like is my case with my friends, or for people already. For people who want to be spending more money, okay? If you're a light spender, not worth to get those. You'll get them over time with your candy, it's fine. Enough ranting though, it's gonna be for this video. As usual, any questions you guys have, feel free to leave a comment down below. We are live every single day. You have the links also at the bottom of the description. Good luck with your pool, the internets. I'll see you on the next one.